follow-up CC onto Derivative. This could be game for the Mathletes. They only have Bubble, but no wings available. There's a full Sheep onto Derivative. He's doing what he can just to try to keep his teammates alive. Full deep onto Sugar Beet, though. Pressure's turning. Are they going to be able to get the follow-up CC? They don't, but they get the full clone. Nice job by Claus. But he's 40% HP, and he's just going to go down. The double deaths just took him out.
Quill just did a beautiful job in this game. As soon as Claus popped his Incarn, he was immediately CC'd. He was rooted constantly and just constantly CC'd. So they did a beautiful job, CCing that Incarn every single time he had it up. So huge props to Quill in that match.
Yeah, definitely. I like how both teams are playing this matchup. It's kind of funny to see when they're both going at the same time and they just end up stopping each other by not being patient. It's like, I want a deep now. It's like, no, I want to go for the deep Sheep. They're just breaking each other's setups. But I don't know. I think the map pick too is very good for them. So I think with that FMP losing that game, they might pick something like Runes of Lordaeron, where I don't think Hodge
that or Tiger's Peak, one of the two.
Yeah, one of those maps. I think Hodge would be tons of trouble to have such a smaller window to kite.
Yeah, we are 1-1 for both Mathletes and Haja Coil. So again, the next game will decide the victor, and they will be moving on to the next match because these are best of 3. So we'll see who takes it. Again, it's anyone's game right here. But again, the Mathletes do have the option and the benefit of picking their own map choice next map. So again, it is going to be Runes of Lordaeron. So it's going to be very, very hard for Haja Coil to get those setups.
Yeah, I think that they are going to have to be very scared here. That's why I think that first game on Nagrand Arena can end up being so important, because if you get us in a situation like this where it's 1-1 and you just need the third game to go through, whoever gets that first win is pretty much going to end up taking it serious and still get the advantage with your map choices.
I believe we're going to be going to Indy for that Runes of Lordaeron intro, and we'll be back.
Wait, what? Talk? Oh, okay. Nice. I will speak.
Derivative actually in a position to stay in the room. As you see, he's going to be coming out. But Godcomp might actually choose to stay in the room, and probably Mindshear to force Claus to get out of stealth so he does not get that pounce opener. But they're actually going to be pulling out here.
Yeah, I think they're taking the tomb. I actually would have expected them to take that room so they could use CMG spheres, but right now you just see the standard opener just waiting for Claus to come out. He does open on to CMG with that rake, and they're going to go for that steep sheep. They're going to get this full ring onto Sugar Beet, and that's the Icy Veins by Montmage, so he's trying to get as much pressure as possible. CMG going solo. That's going to be the Iron Mark on him. And we have the sheep onto Vetus with his half ring onto Sugar Beet. He got rung once again with his blink.
Again, both teams just looking to stabilize right here. I think the CC is pretty much ended, so they're going to be looking for the next setup. Not too much CC, but 5 seconds on Icy Veins. Want to see more of the spell seals coming out, but Deep Freeze landing in a Derivative. Let's see if there's CC. Mop Mage dipping dangerously low, saved by the lack, is going to proc, and the NS comes out from the Derivative.
Yeah, I think they're going to be kind of safe here. Both teams are just waiting for the next setup. They almost have this Deep Freeze available to them. They have 15 seconds for Hodge Coil to go, and they're going to try to get more pressure with that. But Veda's going solo right here. That's already going to be the first block of the game. The Mathletes are doing a great job getting way more pressure on this map. Like I said, it's just so much smaller. He can always be in their face, and he still has his Incarn available, so this can be very scary. But now we have the deep onto Derivative, silence onto Montmage, and the full bash onto Claus. He's going to be in tons of trouble here.
Get the next poly coming onto Derivative and end to a full fear. Beautiful play.
Yeah, double fear by CMG.
Again, the clone is going to end on CMG real soon, and they're going to be looking for another setup. Vina is actually dipping a little bit low.
Yeah,
might
there's
be a
the
block.
Incarn coming out by Claus. If they can get this last block here, this is going to be crazy. So that's the last block. Are they going to swap to CMG? They have so much pressure here. Claus having a great incarnation. He got the full clone onto Sugar Beet. Sugar Beet having to disperse, and out of this, Vedas is going to be in trouble too. Yeah, there's the rake once again. But they're going for the counter setup. They have the horror onto Claus, deep onto Derivative, Frosh onto Montmage. Is he going to get the follow-up sheep? I don't think Vedas is going to get it, but a nice clone by Sugar Beet onto Derivative. They're trying to turn the pressure here, trying to keep themselves in this game. The Iron Mark is on Vedas. They have nothing left though. Hodge Coil is in so much trouble. There's a Deep Freeze onto Sugar Beet, bash onto CMG. He's getting dangerously low here with a full sheep onto Derivative as well, but I don't think that's going to matter too much. CMG so low, he has no disperse. He might just go down here and he's going to die.
That's a beautiful heal from Duralvid at the end right there. Right before he got poly, he was actually able to get that NS off of Claus, which actually saved them in that match. Otherwise, I believe they would have got that kill right there. So very, very well played by the Mathletes, and they're going to be moving on.
Yep. Congratulations to them, and we'll move on to our next series very soon. I like that matchup. Yeah, I think that the map choice definitely had a pretty big impact there, don't you think?
It's still a pretty close game.
Yeah, definitely. They were able to get everyone's cooldowns there, but that was a pretty perfect Incarn coming out for Claus. He got everything he would have wanted there. He got all the blocks and the disperse, and after that point, they just had nothing left. There's no way for Sugarbeat to keep his team alive.
It's also a lot harder to CC that Incarn as it's a smaller map, and you could just run behind that gravestone easily to avoid a lot of follow-up CC, because before on the Tolvaron Arena, because it was more out in the open, they're easily able to CC Claus throughout every single time he popped that Incarn, but he actually got a really good Incarn off in that last match.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, with them all clumped up together, it's so easy for him to just, oh, okay, here's the Shadow Priest, gonna own him, get his disperse, okay, Mage is right in my face, now I can get to him, but on Tolvaron, it's like, oh, okay, well, I can see the Feral leaping to me, so I'm just gonna blink away, this is so obvious.
Okay, bear with me 2 seconds, trying to set up the next series for you guys, but Mathletes will be going on into the quarterfinals, Sub B. Sub B bracket, that does mean that, excuse me, in the Sub B bracket, that does mean that they're going to be going off against Luminosity first.
Sorry.
Oh, wow.
And then we're going to see who can move on to the semifinals from there. Sub B, I really do like the way Subdivision B is looking. Subdivision B looks really interesting to me.
Yeah,
However,
that's a lot of things.
Balance. Bring it home, my Windwalker brother.
Unfortunately, Subdivision B, we will probably get to most of Subdivision B tomorrow. We're going to try and get it through most of Subdivision A today. That's why we've been focusing mostly on this. So once again, bear with me as I make sure that these teams are locked in.
What teams are we going to be seeing? Which teams are going to be seeing?
We're gonna be seeing Luminosity, I think, right? We have. Okay, yeah, if we see Luminosity up against GCD TV, which is that Frozen Chicken, I think that they could definitely dominate them, because the Frozen Chicken will have such a hard time getting those setups when you have that Warrior Enhanced Druid. You can just shift to avoid any of these Ring of Frost setups, and with the Warrior having Pummel, Storm Bolts, Charge Stun, Mass Reflect if he's taking it, plus the Shaman having Shears and Groundings, it's going to be so hard for that Frozen Chicken to get any of their setups out, or any Mage team, really.
You have to also remember, though, Mageddon is a very, very scary mage, and he can pull miracles sometimes, so... And again, Frozen Chicken actually has a lot of burst, too. If they do decide to go on to Asper, they will actually give him extra procs for that, Starfall, or I believe it's just Starfall, right?
No, is this the instant Star Surge procs? So they can have 3 of those. So it's similar to a Mage's Ice Nova.
Alpha Frenzy. No, but if you hit them, they get the Frenzy. That will,
hit them.
Let him get that instant 90k damage that they're looking for. I don't know how often Alpha Frenzy procs, but it's actually pretty scary.
Okay, it does look like we're going to be taking care of this last bit of the qualifiers bracket. Perfect Harmony has been locked in. We are trying to get a confirmation on Swag for Days. Unfortunately, they were supposed to go first. We've given them plenty of time. If they can't get their team here, we're going to have to DQ and move on to the next game. Mongo, Idiots, and C are the last of our qualifiers that are not present due to internet issues. So this bracket will just be... there is no winner for that bracket. So we're going to continue on down the line of the brackets. We have plenty of teams, so it's okay if, we anticipated a couple of teams to have some connection issues, a couple of no-shows and things along those lines. So we're going to be moving Perfect Harmony on into the next, because Swag for Days has been disqualified for not showing up on time, unfortunately.
So it's going to be Perfect Harmony versus Tempo Storm.
That is correct. It is going to be Perfect Harmony versus Tempo Storm.
But I hope Perfect Harmony beats him. I think they're the superior Arcane Mage Arm Pala. But Yeah, I'm actually excited for that matchup because we saw them play that at BlizzCon. So I've never seen anyone play a mirror this comp because those teams are pretty much the only ones that I've seen play this comp on ladder. I have no clue. Yellow Lizard's the inventor of that arcane mage. It's like the new ABN or something like that. But
Yeah, we're gonna have to see if Tempo Storm decides to roll with that arcane mage. You know, we were saying the Evanesce will allow them for a crazy amount of CC, especially with the Paladin, how they're gonna have that Aura Mastery available to them as well. So there's pretty much no way you can stop some of the setups because they're gonna have Palm, they're gonna have the Evanesce, but again, you can really punish an arcane mage for going super offensive because he does not have those ice blocks available to him. So I do want to see if they do run that arcane mage. I do want to see swaps onto the arcane mage and punish him for overextending.
Oh yeah, definitely. I think because of that, or how this matchup is going to even work, I think it's going to be super fast-paced because both teams are just going to be doing crazy amounts of damage, and it's going to be so hard for either of them to stop each other's CC. So we're just going to see both teams probably just going super offensive, like Jamili's always been. So I'm kind of stoked. I want to see this matchup.
Another thing to note is, again, the difference in the amount you can spell steal. Arcane Mage having the ability to spell steal much more often versus a actual Frost Mage, and most of the time on the ladder you will see a Frost Mage's mana bar almost completely because of the amount of spell stealing he's doing, especially versus teams like Resto Druids where they're just constantly spell stealing his HOTS. As for, you know, an Arcane Mage is able to constantly spell steal without running the risk of, you know, even dropping below 90% mana. So
Okay, It does look like Perfect Harmony is ready. Tempo Storm, we are going to give them 2 minutes. They are in a ranked arena game. That's totally okay because I did give them a little bit of a short notice as to when they would be playing, so we're going to get them finish up that game really quick, and then we're going to get into this series.
Cool. I'm excited. Oh, the other thing I was going to say is, even though they have that spell seal, though, I think with the Pally Mirror, I guess their spell seals won't be too impactful other than taking off sacks and freedoms, because it's not like a druid where they're getting all that extra healing. Like, after a while, a Pally's not going to really have enough debuffs that are worthwhile. They'll just have the once in a while, okay, I have a bop here, I have a sack, which they'll be able to get off pretty instantly. But I think that will make both the mages a lot more vulnerable because they don't have that constant source of healing.
this is very true.
So, how's it hanging? Not sure what to say.
Speaking of, indeed, you know when the next giveaway is going to be.
Oh yeah.
Let's take a look at our organizer. Let's see what Chihiro has for that. Can we do another giveaway yet, Chihiro?
I care for the people.
We can do. We did get an okay to go through with another giveaway. So give me 2 quick seconds. We'll get another giveaway going in this downtime. We do have Elite logging over onto his main team, so Tempo Storm's getting ready.
Cool.
I just been Ricky not modded. Chihiro. Do it.
Ban him. I didn't say it. We're muted, right? I didn't say that. Ban him. I'm kidding.
Okay, so just give us about 2 seconds. We got them over. And we're getting AL Spec ready up. Now the first match, just like every series, is going to be played on the Grand Arena, and then from there it's a best of 3 loser's choice, same as always, basic standard tournament rules.
Cool. I have water in a pink cup.
Alrighty,
Nice.
so now, by the way, if anyone wants to enter the giveaway, you can just type in ! giveaway in the chat. I do believe you guys are doing that already, and Chihiro did mention it in chat. So, yeah, just go ahead and do that, and you get a chance to win a game. Now, 1 quick second while I set this up, and we're going to get into the game.
Awesome. I'm stoked. Okay, so what are your thoughts on who's going to take this, Suin?
Honestly, it's anyone's game. It's a lot of people still don't know how to deal with the Arcane Mages, I feel like, because, again, it's not played that much. And
Yeah,
your typing is so
basically
distracting, indeed.
Yeah, no, basically Yellow Lizard or Baby Michael, whatever name he's going to go by in this tournament, he's been pretty much the only arcane mage I've seen on this ladder, and this guy, I've seen him just play with whoever, like he just takes any road, any paladin, he just goes in and he's
It's
just
awesome.
taking everyone
Playing
out.
video
So,
games, man. It's